Hello ladies and gents, and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be teaching you how to do rice and peas. Very easy, very simple, perfect recipe if you follow it. Right, so I'm going to be using a quarter of a pack of red kidney beans. Ooh. So this is the brand that I use. It's the Island Sun, buy it in Tesco's. But I'm sure you can find this or another brand in your local off license or somewhere. I don't use the tinned one that's already been cooked. I prefer to start from scratch. I'm just going to put in a quarter pack. If you're not a big fan of kidney beans, then you can use less in your pot. It's up to you, but this is roughly how much. So I'm going to just wash these, and then I'm going to come back and put some water in the pot to start off. Okay, so I've washed my peas now, as you can see. Whilst you've got your water in the pot and you're washing your peas, if there are any that float to the top, that means that they're not good. So just take them out and get rid of them. Alright then, so now I'm going to add some water to my peas. I'm just going to be using pint glasses. So we're going to add around 3 pint glasses of water. So that's 3 pint glasses of water that I've added. In my bowl here, I've got 8 pimento seeds and two cloves of garlic that I'm just gonna put in there. And that's for the initial cooking of the peas. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 level teaspoons, not too much. As you get used to cooking your peas, you'll be able to smell when you've got enough salt in your pot. If not, when you're nearly finished cooking the peas and you're ready to season your pot, then you can just add more salt if you're not happy with the amount of salt that you've got in there. It's totally up to you. Some people cook with more, some people cook with less. So I'm going to add a bit of black pepper now. I'm going to add around 3/4 of a spoon of black pepper. And then it's going to turn on my stove, cover my pot, and then leave my peas to start cooking. And then once the peas have cooked, I'll be back to show you how to season the pot and then get cracking with your rice. But for now, as your peas are cooking, you can just test it and see if it's ready to be seasoned. So all you do is just pick up a grain of peas on a spoon and just squeeze it. If it's going soft, then you know that it's time for you to start seasoning your pot. If not, then it needs, and it's still really hard, then it needs to be cooked for a bit longer. This peas can take a while to cook, can take up to an hour, probably even more. So it just depends, okay? So I'll be back when this is nearly done. Hey guys, so I've been cooking my peas for about 35 minutes now. I'm just gonna open the pot, check on the peas and see how far along it's gone. So I can see here that the water's gone down quite a bit. And the peas aren't quite ready yet. I'm just gonna take out a few to just show you what they look like after 35 minutes of cooking. So that is what they look like. You can see if I squeeze one, it's quite hard still, so that's not fully cooked yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add about 2 more pint glasses of cold water to this, and the reason why I add cold water is so that I sink the peas, which means that they go down into the water and cook rather than being at the top of the water not fully cooking. So I'm going to add 2 more pint glasses of cold water. So that's 1. So as you can see there, the peas have gone down to the bottom since I've added the cold water in. And that's 2. So I'm going to leave this for a further 20 minutes to just cook for a bit longer, and then check if the peas are ready to be seasoned yet. If not, then we're going to continue to cook for longer, and then I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so it's been another half an hour now and my peas should be cooked. So I'm just going to check it out, make sure that it's cooked so I can season. I just picked up 2 grains there, as you can see, and yeah, that's cooked because it's soft now. I can squish it with my finger. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add in some thyme, fresh thyme I got from my garden. You can grow your own thyme. I believe you can buy them in the supermarket, or your local marketplace should sell them. And yeah, you can just either keep them on your windowsill or you can put it out, plant it outside. It's up to you. What I'm doing is I'm taking out the old garlic that I've had cooking in the pot from the beginning, because I don't want my garlic to mush out into my rice and peas. So I'm just going to throw these away. And I'm going to put in two new cloves of garlic. I've got some scallion here that I've washed, and I've just used the end of the knife to just flatten a bit. I'm also going to put in 1 Scotch Bonnet Pepper. So I've just washed my Scotch Bonnet Pepper here. I've got a yellow one. I usually use green, but yellow is okay if you don't have green. So I'm just going to throw in the entire pepper in there with the stem and everything. And then I'm going to get my coconut milk. I use this one, the Tropical Sun. And I use the small tins because you can just use it in one go. And then you get your dinner done and that's it. Because sometimes when we use the big tin, we have to keep it in our fridge in a container, and it's not going to last until the next week. So I'm just going to open my tin and then empty it out into the pot. Just empty out this tin of coconut milk into the pot. Okay, so once that's all done, you're just gonna leave it to cook in for a bit, as your pot is now seasoned, and then you're gonna prepare your rice to put in your pot after this. So I'll see you on the other side. Okay, so my peas is seasoned now and it's ready to go. So I've gone ahead and I've measured out my rice. I've got 630 grams here. So I'm just going to pour this out into my strainer or sieve, whatever you call it. And then I'm just going to use it to wash my rice. wash the rice properly, and I use the sieve so that I make sure anything that's coming out of the rice that I don't want in there comes out properly. And also it drains off the excess water that you don't need in your pot, because adding too much water obviously will turn your rice into something else. So this makes it accurate. So let's wash your rice. Just gonna run it under the water for a couple of minutes and just get it. If you've got a slightly bigger strainer, just use it. My one's not too big, so as you can see, a few of my rice grains have come out, but that's alright, no big deal. Right, so I'm satisfied with how my rice is washed now. So I'm just gonna get the excess water out and then just leave it to drain in the bowl whilst I sort out my peas. Okay, so I've got my washed rice here by my pot, and as you can see, the seasoning's cooked in nicely. Got your Scotch Bonnet Pepper there. It's cooked down, but it's still got the stem inside, so it's not burst. The scallion, and then the thyme is now cooked out into the pot. So you got the thyme leaves, and then you've got this stick, and then the water is nice and red, good color, so your rice and peas can come out how it should. Alright, so the excess water is drained out of the rice now, so I'm just going to empty that out into the pot. I'm going to use a fork to do it now. Right, so all my rice is in there now. I'm just going to mix it in and make sure I incorporate everything properly. Since that's all mixed in, I'm going to add a bit more water to it. You can add cold water or you can add warm water. I've got a bit of warm water in my kettle from my meat that I'm cooking today with my rice and peas. So I'm just going to use the warm water that I've got and just top it up. Now I go ahead again, get my fork and just get that mixed in. This I'm going to leave on a low heat, a very low heat, to just steam through and cook properly. I don't want it to burn at the bottom and then the middle of the rice isn't cooked or anything like that. So I'm just going to leave it on a low heat and let it do its thing. And I'm going to cover it with some foil paper. I'll put my pot cover back over it, and then I'm going to check on it in about 15 minutes, and then if it needs more water, and add a tiny bit at a time and just let it cook, because you don't want to add too much water in there. The last thing you want is to cook your peas nicely and everything and then your rice spoil because you put too much water in there in the end. So just add it gradually, and if you need more you just top up as you go along. Okay, so it's been around 15 minutes now. I'm going to just check in on my rice and peas, see if I need to add any more water, see if it's already cooked or if it needs to cook a bit more longer. So as you can see, the rice grains are still quite thin, and I would want them to be cooked a little bit more. Tiny bit more water. Put back on my foil paper and leave it for another 10 to 15 minutes. Just a little bit of water, not too much. Put back on my foil. Put back on my lid. And in another 10 to 15 minutes this should be ready, and then I'll show you my end result. So I've given the rice about 15 minutes now. I'm just going to check on it. So that seems to me like it's cooked perfectly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the seasonings and put them on top of my foil. So I'm going to turn it around so you can see exactly what I'm doing. There we go. Just taking out all of the pimento seeds, the sticks from the thyme, the scallion and everything else, because we're not going to eat those. And just take off any excess rice. If you can't, then it's not a big deal. You won't die if you lose a bit of rice. So as you can see, I'm just taking out the seasonings and just putting them on my foil. I'm going to look for my 8 pimento seeds. The reason why I count them when I'm putting them in is because it's very unpleasant if you bite into one of them while you're eating. So I make sure I know exactly how many I put in so I can take them out when I've finished cooking my rice. One more pimento there, so that's 2. And 3. Some scallion here. The pimento seed. So I've got half of my pimento seeds out now. Another one here, 5. So I'm just gonna just dig around a little bit and try and find the rest of them. So the rice is nice and fluffy and light. It's not too heavy and stodgy. That's what you're looking for. 6. So I need to find 2 more pimento seeds. There's one here, so that's 7. And then I've got one more to find. I'm just gonna go over here. Bit of scallion. This last pimento seed is hiding from me. this last pimento seed is hiding very well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to try and find it when I'm serving up my dinner instead of planing the rice all day, because it might take a while to find it. Alright guys, so this is how I make my rice and peas. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you find it interesting and easy to do, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.